Jamie McMurray saying this is the best his car has been all night.
Well, there are the gamblers with 2 tires, and they're going to fill the first 7 and almost all the top 10 positions.
There you see McMurray in the 1 car. Steve Burns talked about it. 4 tires for him of our top 10. He's the only one.
I think this is things they learned from last night, Larry. 2 tires worked mighty well. Whoa,
track is brightly lit, but how about those LEDs?
A challenge.
Getting ready to restart. Kyle Busch had come in for 2 tires. He went back out on the racetrack, and guess what? The left rear went flat. He had to come back in. They put 4 tires on and handed Kyle a bottle of water.
Yeah, when he came to pit road just a little bit ago, all they changed was right sides, and of course it's the left rear that you see is pretty flat.
That's kind of a gamble, Larry, if you take 2 tires, that you didn't run over something with all that debris out there.
But what a break they called it.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
They didn't. Juan Montoya was right behind Busch. He spotted it, told his spotter, who ran over to Busch's spotter, who brought the 18 in. Coming to green.
Let's get
Kyle
going here.
Will be the last car on the lead lap. He'll be 24th. David Rudiman, Jeff Burton on the front row. Montoya with Jeff Gordon, Harvick and Newman, McMurray, Keselowski, Earnhardt and Hamlin the top 10. Green flag with 24 cars on the lead lap and 1:36 to go.
This is big. This is going to get big, guys.
Oh, Truex did not go, and they stacked up.
Somebody ran. There was people running over each other all back in there. You see the 6 cars smoking. Something's wrong with the 56.
We stay green.
But yeah, that's what started it all. Was the 56 had an issue.
He couldn't go, and man, they backed everything up.
And now debris in the first turn. The caution will wave over Jeff Burton, who was the race leader and took off. Let's show you the restart and the scatter effect from the DirecTV blimp. Now Truex restarted in row 6, so he would be in 12th place on this restart.
You see right over here, I mean, they just didn't go. And everybody's running into, you know, the back end of each other. You see these 3 guys here all bam into each other. That's the 6. A couple other cars.
And Reagan hit the wall pretty hard.
And you can see that Truex there in the 56, he's down there on the bottom. He can't go anywhere.
Watch on the outside row, 6 rows back, the Napa car stacks him up.
He missed, I believe he missed his shift. I saw fire fly out the tailpipes like he may have missed his shift.
Let's ride along, Darrell, and hear what it sounds like.
Everybody's rolling. Side inside. Side inside, outside, inside and out, inside and out, inside and out.
Something weird going on there.
Almost inside and out.
Almost like he went, like he didn't miss his shift. He went to the wrong gear.
Yeah.
The engine.
Motor or transmission. Check up. Still crashing. Get around these guys. Come on, come on. You're all good. Still green. Still green. Got one inside. 2 wide. Door. Left rear. Clear.
There will be pit stops. Tony Stewart, David Reagan, Sam Hornish, and Kyle Busch. Dick?
Well, the number 56, Martin Truex, is on pit road. Mechanics are underneath it, working in the transmission area. Kyle Busch is right in front of him, and they're trying to fix sheet metal on his car.
He must have gotten into somebody in that dust up from Truex on back.
Yeah, there were so many cars that were running into each other. I'm sure he was one of them. Poked a hole in the nose.
And why is it so important to fix that?
Well, the speed you're running here, the nose of that car is so important for front downforce, which is the grip of the front tires, plus as far as aerodynamic drag, the speed you're running here on the straightaway.
I mean, like we said a little bit ago, you're running almost 190 miles an hour down that back straightaway. You got to plant that nose or you're going to be in trouble.
And Larry, take a quick look. They're using a propane torch to try to mold that bare bond to the nose and make it more efficient.
Well, they heat it up a little bit. It's going to grip the nose quicker. That's the whole goal.
Exactly right, to make it hit the shape better so it doesn't come loose and yet helps the aerodynamics rather than take away from it.
Hornish and Reagan still on pit road, and here's the torch going across. The torch is passed.
Yeah, this type of adhesive, when you put it in place, it's there. You're not going to move it, and then you heat it up a little bit, it just makes it adhere even better.
Back in the old days, it was barely bond. Now it's bare bond.
A long ways to go. We'll get our lap back here and fucking go get them. Get it unstuck, guys.
Next Sunday, our coverage of Sprint Cup Series racing continues from Dover, beginning at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And then on Sunday, May 30th, NASCAR on Fox will be in Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600. Coverage begins 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific in high definition right here on Fox.
It's not an extra 100 miles of racing in Charlotte. It's an extra 100 miles of excitement, because that's a great race.
Now, we don't get a weekend off there, because remember the all-star racing. It will be on speed the weekend between Dover in the Coca-Cola 600.
It's a big month for the city of Charlotte and the sport of NASCAR. NASCAR's Hall of Fame opens Tuesday.
Yep.
And that's been a long anticipated event, one we're very much looking forward to. And then on May 23rd, we'll induct the inaugural class into the Hall of Fame.
The month of May is a racer's delight. If you're a race fan or a racer, you know, the Indy 500, the Coke 600, Monaco, we've had the Kentucky Derby. The month of May is a great racing month.
You know, Darrell, we've got 132 laps to go, and a lot can happen at Darlington in the 132 laps. Of course, every Friday, you and Jeff and I, we do our lunch with benefits, 3-wide coverage, and I stated this week, I felt like we would have a winner tonight that has not won a race in 2010, and I think we've got 2 or 3 pretty good ones that fits that category up at the top of the charts right now.
Yes, sir. There's some hungry hounds out there, buddy.
The first 4 drivers on this restart have not won this year.
The 2 Jeffs that I was talking about in the pre-race show,
right,
are the Jeffs.
Play the Code Spotter sweepstakes for a chance to win a custom Roush Mustang at codespotter.com. 131 laps to go, at least one more pit stop. I'd say if we stay caution free, and I know it's not like I'm kidding,
yeah,
but that's wishful thinking.
Well, with the strategy we're seeing, I think we're definitely looking at maybe a 2-stop race to get to the end of this thing, because it just looks like that track position. And it's not because of aero push or any of those things. This place is hard to pass. It's narrow.
Right now is your best opportunity to pass somebody, if you can just get by them without running over them.
So everyone has at least 2 fresh tires as the Camaro pace car goes to pit road. Jeff Burton and Jeff Gordon bring them down for the restart. It'll be 130 laps to go as we go back under the green flag.
That was a pretty good restart by Jeff Gordon that time.
He drops in second behind Burton.
Nice job. Drive away from it.
Rudeman third, Montoya fourth, and then it jams up a little bit back where Kevin Harvick is, side by side with Jamie Mack behind Ryan Newman and just out of the top 5.
We got a new player in the top 10. You see that 12 car, Brad Keselowski, sitting up there in the 8th spot right now.
And you know what I like about him, Larry? I don't think we mentioned him much tonight at all, and that means he's kept his nose very clean.
Truex tried the inside on Joey Logano, trying to grab spots anywhere you can.
And what Martin Truex Jr. in that 56 car is trying to do is pass Joey Logano to be the first car lap down. Should we get the caution, gets the free pass.
Hello.
Yikes. Elliott Sadler, the 19, trying to get out of harm's way. Harm being the 9, the 8 of Casey Kane, the 18 of Kyle Busch, and the 83 of Brian Vickers.
That was interesting, because it looks like that 18 car, it didn't look like he was carrying much speed, but he got out of that hole pretty good, and he's all right now.
That's a heck of a fight for 16th place.
It really is.
The front 4 cars have not been to victory lane since. For Jeff Burton, it's been 51 races, 39 races for Jeff Gordon in second, 34 races, that's last year's Coke 600 for David Rudeman, and 102 races for Juan Montoya. Hungry? You bet.
And when I think about 2 of those 4 cars, actually 3 of them in particular, but Gordon and Montoya, they have fast race cars every single week. They just have not went to victory lane this year.
And here's what I'm watching. I'm watching the front of the field, the top 10. I'm watching it slowly pay off for the veteran drivers. You got Burton and Gordon up there, and then you got Harvick, who's pretty good here, as we well know. But you slip on down here to Kurt Busch in 10th, and Mark